we got to talk about September Spotlight caches in Marvel Snap. There have been some leaked information, so we know what the September cards are going to be released as, and we now know, at least according to the data mines, what those Spotlight caches are going to be. How is this going to change our weekly rank system? What weeks are you going to want to focus on for your Spotlight caches in Marvel Snap? I've got to give credit where credit is due. ItsGuestGaming, Snap.fan. We're going to go over 2 articles from their website. We've got one about the Spotlights, and then we've got one in the patch notes. This one was there a while ago. On this particular item, we see exactly what we're going to want to talk about, and that is the series drops for Alioth at 5, Ravonna Renslayer is going to be series 4, and Mobius M. Mobius is going to be series 4. Now, could these change? 100%. Do not take these to the bank. We don't know if this is going to be for sure. They absolutely could change. Looking at these, you know, we know Alioth changed to a 6-cost card. It still destroys all enemy cards played in turn. I still think this is probably going to be a must open week because I just think the card is way too strong, but we'll see. Mobius M. Mobius being series 4. What this tells me, and this is ongoing, your cost cannot be increased and your opponent's cost can't be reduced. Look, this is a crazy strong card, generally speaking, but I was wondering how this was going to interact with Wave. Given its Series 4 release, I am thinking it's probably not going to stop Wave. I think Wave is still going to be the everything is 4 card. Yes, your costs get increased or decreased. Too bad. So there is a conflict there, but, you know, I think just the fact they're releasing it Series 4 sort of settles that a little bit. Until the card is actually in game, that's really going to be the only time we know. We're not going to get Glenn or anybody from Second Dinner to speculate on the data mines at this point. It's going to have to be official information. It'll be something we should know in the next couple of weeks. I'd love to hear from them in that regard. Let me know in the comments below what you think the interaction between Mobius M. Mobius and Wave's going to be. Who's going to win, Mobius or Wave? Right now, I'm Team Wave. And then Ravonna Renslayer is an ongoing. Your cards with 1 or less power cost 1 less. This has the potential to build decks around a little bit and then negative it. Honestly, she could go into a negative deck. So those are the series releases for those cards. Now the question, and I think the thing that we really all want to talk about here is the Spotlights. ItsGuestGaming has the Spotlights. These have been out there for a little bit with the first week of September being Ghost Spider, Jeff, and Null. This is the season pass week when Loki is going to come into the game. So you traditionally get all cards that are in game. This is still actually not a bad week. All of these aren't bad. If you don't have Null, it's good. If you don't, I mean, honestly, like the worst pull being Ghost Spider here still isn't a bad pull. Of course, the variants are top notch. You got to love the Dan Hip. All right. And then the first week, we talked about this one previously because there was a little bit of a talk out there that Alioth was going to be with Hitmonkey and Snowguard. Our original prediction with Alioth was going to be Zabu and Howard the Duck. So Snowguard, Howard the Duck the same, Hitmonkey, Zabu the same. To me, this is totally expected. I know some people are upset Snowguard's in a Spotlight cache. Look, this is just a reality. When you got a strong card out there, it's going to be powerful. They're not going to have a bunch of other strong cards with it so that it's a no matter what, you can't miss week. It's going to have some risks in it. They're going to do that. It's what gaming, unfortunately, has become, especially in the mobile industry. So I'm personally not going to be mad about it. I'm just going to be like, look, it is what it is. Alioth is a strong card. I certainly hope to get that within the first couple pulls. If I get Snowguard, am I going to be annoyed? Yeah, I'm going to be annoyed. I absolutely am. It's going to be super annoying. Again, some pretty hot variants. Dan Hip coming through once again. All right, so the new information here. The next week, with Ravonna Renslayer, we're going to get Zabu and Jean Grey. Now, Zabu is a Series 4 card. Jean Grey was released about 2 months ago. So this is the first time we get a newly released card and how quickly it's going to enter the Spotlight system. This one in a little bit over 2 months. Now, Jean Grey, not a crazy strong card at the moment. She has a lot of opportunity, I think, to be strong, and she can win you games, but she hasn't made the impact that we thought she was originally going to have. These variants, and even the ones before this, again, yeah, just too bad Snowguard's so bad. These are all pretty decent. I can't say that I bet, you know, though, I bet this Jean Grey one, the animations on this, I bet are out of this world. Just straight up and the Zabu one I think it's cool. You could see the fur moving in different ways there. All right, so then the last one we've got Mobius M. Mobius and Kang. They do not know what the last card is in this. Now Kang is also re-entering these Spotlights for a second time. We're going to look at a spreadsheet here in a second and we'll see exactly what we've had in the past. But this is a reoccurrence of Kang. I have to admit, now that Mobius is actually probably going to be weaker than Wave, meaning Team Wave wins over Team Mobius, the last card in this week is just going to have to be some epic Series 5 card that people are going to want. We'll look at what that could be in a second. Series 4 Ravana, Series 4 Mobius, Mobius with Kang. No chance I'm going to tell anybody to pull spotlights for this week. Go spend 3,000 tokens to get Mobius. He is 1,000% worth 3,000 tokens. Ravana Renslayer, you know, this is tough. I'll admit it. Like, if you need all three of these cards, I mean, Jean's the worst pull here, I think. I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll look at Ravana and Dex with her. Maybe she's the worst. But I think regardless, unless you need all three of these and you really, really want them, I'm probably skipping this week as well. But it's not a bad week to pull, which is it's just so weird. I mean, that's what tells you the spotlight system as far as what they're picking can be pretty good, because they want you to sit there and go, ooh, should you pull there? I don't know. This is tough. Well, I need Zob. I need Jean Grey, and I wouldn't mind Ravana Renslayer. That's the likely person that's going to pull spotlights this particular week. This week, I just think it's a straight up no-brainer. I mean, just you want Alioth. And if you don't have Hitmonkey, it is a absolute no-brainer to pull. You get Snow Guard, it's annoying, but you're pulling until you get your Hitmonkey and Alioth. Just straight up. That's what you're doing. This is an absolute slam dunk week. And this week is, again, this is, you know, you want Jeff, maybe. This is a tough one to swallow, though, because if you only need Jeff, you know, I don't know. I'd maybe probably spend 6K tokens instead. That's the part where it really hurts not knowing series drop releases, which we're hoping to know here in the next few weeks if they're going to be doing something. I know personally for me, I'm expecting some announcement in early September just based on the math alone. Like, hey, what series drops are we going to get here? So this is where we're at with the spotlights right now. This is the next 6 weeks. What you want to focus in on. We're in Lady Deathstrike MODOK stature, so you know what, let's just call it 7 weeks, because right now that just hit. I've been playing her. I did a video yesterday. I did a video the day before on potential decks. She's definitely got some fun upside in Lady Negative. If you need MODOK and stature, it's not a bad week to open, given that she's series 5. It's okay. I think if you need all those cards, it's okay. But I'm looking at X23. I'm looking at Silver Samurai. I'm looking at Alioth as being much better cards right now. And when you look at those spotlights, Nebula Silk, I know I'm getting to be known as a Silk hater. I'm not a Silk hater. I just wouldn't spend 6,000 tokens on her. I think she's a great card. She's just got RNG I don't love. That's still a good week to pull spotlights. All 3 of those are solid. The next week, Silver Samurai, Spider-Man 2099, Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde and Silver Samurai are going to be good cards. Spider-Man 2099, maybe not a great card, but probably a card a lot of people don't have. And we've talked about the month of September as far as Loki, Alioth, Ravana, Mobius, and what cards come along there. Now, again, I think this to be determined with Kang is going to be a big deal. Kang was in there, you know what, again, within about 2 months, he reoccurs. Jean Grey came down here in early July. So there's a little over 2 months that she's repeating. When we're looking at that TBD, what could it be? You know, Darkhawk, I guess, maybe again. I'm looking for a card that I think's really good that could attract someone to open that. I'm looking at Darkhawk. I'm looking at Iron Lad. You know, Legion, sure, but he was just there. I can't see that happening again. The rest of these, like, just no. I mean, you're not going to put too big. Maybe Living Tribunal. I mean, I need Living Tribunal, but I'm a little bit sour. Even that, you know, I don't know. I still don't think that'd be enough personally for me. I can't, I just don't know. I don't know what card they're going to put in there that's going to make it attractive enough. I mean, again, Legion, Iron Lad, to me, it's that level, Darkhawk, that you're going to have to get people to be interested in. You put an Echo in there, like no spotlights are going to get open that week. None. Straight up, everyone's using tokens. So what's the card that's here that's going to attract people? I mean, it literally might just be like a Legion or an Iron Lad. And the question would be, is that too fast for a Legion? I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, it's, you know, just over 2 or just about 2 months. Maybe that's what they put there as a Legion, you know, a series 5 Mobius and Mobius Kang Legion. That would be attractive. Honestly, if they put Legion here, I think that's my guess. Legion, you know, like, would you open for that? Maybe. So this was the last version of the Spotlight Cash tier list with some of them. We'll see how this evolves with what we just learned. This is where I think I'm going to land on these Spotlight Cash tiers. Comment below what your thoughts are. I'm going to do a separate video where I deep dive into this a little bit, but I think Alioth still just top tier at Silver Samurai X23, and then the skips. Well, I'll get into that in the video, but let me know if you think those are skips or not. I definitely have some strong reasons as to why. We're going to finish up the video looking at some other leaked information. We've got 2 confirmed Ultimate releases. I think both pretty sharp with Angela and She-Hulk if you're into those. The potential November season card, Miss Marvel. I fully expect this to absolutely be the case. It's going to be an ongoing. If this is your only card here, adjacent locations have +5 power. It seems like a stronger Mr. Fantastic that's more limited. I have to admit, just looking at this, I'm going, So I give up 1 location to get 5 more power and 2 more, which means you have to play her in center. You could combine her with Claw, Living Tribunal, so that way this becomes a 14-point card, which is insane. Did Living Tribunal stock just go up? Maybe it did. So these are the cards they're looking to bring in with that season. Obviously Spectrum and Captain Marvel, some Peach and Momoko. This looks really sharp. Then they've got a whole bunch of data mine releases as far as the variants that are going to be coming to game. Depending if you're into variants or not, that's probably determined if you're interested in this. I always think these are very cool. Everything I'm looking at here, very, very sharp. This Ghost one I really like a lot. Mantis on roller skates. Sunspot Pixel. Okay. That Master Mold one is pretty sick. I mean, all of these are obviously, was that a Venomized? Looks like a Venomized Viper. That's pretty awesome. Some more Vipers. Pixel Viper. A Mechanized Zabu. That's actually super awesome. I was a big Transformers fan growing up. I dig that one a lot. I actually want that one. That is super cool looking. We already saw this Zabu. Some of these other ones were going to be spotlights. That Loki is amazing. I dig that very much. That Loki's pretty good. Was that Max Grenke, I think? Man, all these Dan Hip, again, don't miss. Sauron, that's pretty solid. That Silver Surfer. Oh, both of those Surfers are awesome. More good Dan Hips. Pixel Wave. Okay, all right. That Wolfbane, that looks pretty creepy. All of these are looking pretty good. Nick Fury. Is that a... I don't know what's going on with... if that's a mechanized Nick Fury or not. It's almost like a Matrix Nick Fury, if you've seen... and I don't want to spoil it for you, but the robots they have in the last one. That's actually a really cool Shauna, too. Man, Dan Hip, you do some good work. I'm not going to lie. Not that I would about it. Again, Typhoid Mary, solid. Dan, way to go. Pixels. Not a bad Warpath Pixel, actually. The Pixel games, they're stepping up the Pixel game. What's going on here? Sandman Castle. Sarah Stature, some pretty solid Alioth ones. That Null one we saw. Pixel the Infinite. It's interesting. I'll say that. It looks like he has a sad face. I don't know how you do Infinite and Pixel. I think that's about as good as you can get it, to be honest with you. That's a pretty cool Ultron one as well. They've got some coming out in October. That Deadpool one is fire. I absolutely love that. Obviously going to be a Halloween month. Interesting Quicksilver. It's too bad he doesn't get played ever. That's actually a good Pixel hood. I like that. That's a good Pixel. That's an awesome armor as well. Is that a Venomized armor? Looks like it might be. That's good. Pretty cool looking Cable. Venomized Goose. That's good. I like that a lot. Gosh, they're so good. That Morbius Pixel's kind of creepy looking, but all right. Silk looking good. That Gambit is awesome. That's a good Pixel Juggernaut. This is a good Pixel. I don't care what anyone says. That is a good Pixel. That's an awesome Magic. Dig that. That Hellcow is actually pretty cool looking. Jessica Jones, Dan Hip, pretty good. Jubilee Pixel, again, not bad, because our Pixel, not bad. They're stepping up their Pixel game. Whoever their Pixel artist is, I'm seeing a lot in here that I like. That Thing is awesome. Wow, that is awesome. Is that Nullified Thing? I think it might be. That's really good looking. Some pretty other solid ones here. Leader, Dan Hip. Okay. That's Zola Sharp. That's a cool looking heart. That was an Archer, maybe? I don't know. Some more in November. Some Deadpools. That Hawkeye. Blade. I love that Sunspot Dan Hip. I saw that earlier. I really like that. That Dan Hip Carnage is pretty good. Falcon's not bad. Venomized Cloak. Peach Momoko. Black Widow's pretty good. We've seen that Beast graphic around a little bit. That's pretty good. That Deathlock Pixel is going in the wrong direction. That is going to be one I use in my videos when I talk about pixels and being scared. That Brood is good. I can't wait until the Broodlings look good. There's some Miss Marvels. Jean Grey's good. Punisher Pizza. That Ghost Rider Pixel's not bad. It's not bad. I think there's a little bit of issue here with the skull. I think I understand what they're trying to do there, but I'm not sure it's really working very well. A Galactus Pixel. Black Bolt Pixel is actually not bad. That Null variant is really cool looking. Both of these are good. And then December, it looks like we got an Electro Dagger and Ronin. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are on these spotlights, where they're coming in as far as the series go. Where are you going to spend your spotlight caches in Marvel Snap? Are any of these cards worthwhile for you? What did you think about the graphic that we initially put together? Again, we'll do an additional video on that where we do a deeper dive on exactly where those land and give our explanations behind it. So make sure to subscribe if you're interested in seeing that. If this was helpful at all, please consider hammering down that like button. And until next time, we hope you have a wonderful day.